This is the Pixel 7, and I think it's been a fantastic phone. And it really concerns me because the Pixel 7a is supposed to come out, supposed to be announced in a few weeks. It's going to be announced at Google I/O. And we all know the A series is supposed to be like the lighter, slimmed down version, doesn't have all the same stuff in it, but gives you kind of the same experience. Because, like mine, I have here somewhere. Here we go. So I have the Pixel 6a, and I think it's been a great phone. It's been great. You can pick it up for as low as like $299 here recently. They're really trying to push these out the door to make room because the Pixel 7a is coming out soon. Well, the 7a is supposed to look and very much like the Pixel 7, but a rumor that I've seen, and it's very troubling because it looks like they might raise the price to $499. And I don't want to put too much into this speculation wise. I really don't like to focus too much on rumored pricing because, every year they always say the Pixel is going to be more expensive. They always say the iPhone is going to be more expensive. Like, oh, price increase on the Samsung this year. And it just keeps not happening. So I think it would be a huge mistake for Google to price it at $499. And even at $499, I think it's too expensive. Hear me out. The Pixel 7, $599 phone. So if you want to compare apples to apples, everything that we're seeing basically make the 7a looks almost identical in almost every way, except for it's going to be slightly smaller. And yeah, if that were $449, you've been able to pick one of these up for $499 all over the place. They've had them for $399. Heck, they even had it on sale with a year of service with Mint Mobile recently if you switched over for $289. So Google's been very aggressive with the pricing, and I've been very ecstatic about that because they're such good phones, especially if you can get one for $100, $200, $250 cheaper. That's just insane. But you've been able to get one of these basically at will for $449, $499 for months. So what does that do if you have the Pixel 7 and then you bring in the 7a, which is not exactly as good as the 7, and you try and sell it for more money than you've been able to pick up one of these for? That just makes no sense. And one, it really disrupts things with the current sales. And it's like, if you start selling a Pixel 7a at the same price you can get a 7 for, why buy the 7a? And furthermore, if they raise the price on it, what's going to happen with the Pixel 8? If they charge $499 for a Pixel 7a, then does that mean that they're going to do a price raise on the Pixel 8 when those come out? Are they going to bump that up to $650? Are they going to bump it up to $699? Is it just a little game that Google's been playing for the last 2 years to try and lull people into locking them into the ecosystem, which there is actually an ecosystem now. I mean, the Pixel Buds Pro have been fantastic. The A-Series Pixel Buds, those are very good, especially for the price when they came out. The Pixel Watch has been serviceable. It's not my favorite, but a lot of people do like it, and it's a pretty decent watch in a lot of different ways. So there's a lot of things going for the Pixel lineup now. And the Pixel Pad is supposed to come out. It's supposed to be announced finally, I think, officially at Google I/O as well. The Pixel Fold is supposed to be announced reportedly at Google I/O. So there's a lot of things going for the Pixel lineup right now, more so than ever. And they've been making good strides. And yes, I know if we could just erase the first 6 months of the Pixel 6's history, I think we'd be in a different place, like with the brand goodwill and things like that. But of course, there have been some software and Bluetooth and Android Auto and just a couple things here and there that have needed addressing for a while. They've been getting fixed here and there, polished up a little bit more. But the prospect of a $499 Pixel 7a, I'm like, why would somebody want to buy that? Especially when you can get the Pixel 6a for like $299. Well, most people looking at those lower price points are going to go, well, these are so similar, why would I pay more for this? Or these are so similar, why would I get the one that has less features or that's lesser of a phone from a hardware perspective than the one that's out right now? Like the A series should not be cheaper. That would be like if, let's say, the iPhone SE 2022 was more expensive for the same price as the iPhone 14. Like, why would anybody buy the SE, right? It just wouldn't make any sense. You're like, you guys over there are smoking some serious rocks. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I've been saying this for a while. I've raised the red flag on this several times over the last 6 months because there's been a lot of talk about it. There's been talk about price increases, been talking about changes to the lineup and all that stuff. And I'm like, if they're going to make the 7a so similar, I mean, why buy it, right? Just buy the 7 that you can get at a discount. And the 7, it's already been through the ringer. Like, it's been tested, it's tried and true. They've made a lot of fixes since this phone has come out. And hey, I think it's a good phone. and I have my 6-month review coming out on it very soon. It's been out for half a year already, and which is crazy. And we're very quickly going towards the end of the year. I mean, already they're talking about the Pixel 8. The Pixel 8 is going to be out presumably in October, and I'm really excited about the Pixel 8 because we're looking at the Tensor G3, and if we get as many updates with the Tensor G3 as we did with the Pixel 7 and the Tensor G2, I think there's some really exciting things moving forward for this brand. And if the rumor holds up that the Pixel Fold is going to have a Tensor G2, a little on the frustrated side because I think the G3 would have been the way to go. I think maybe push it back a little bit further just to get the G3 in it, especially if they're talking about reported prices of $17.99, which that's a lot. And I don't know if people would be willing to spend that. And that's a whole nother question for a whole nother video. But I'm just really confused with the message that Google is sending with the way they're doing things with their lineup. I've been talking about this for a while. We've had this conversation, but it's very imminent now. Google I/O is happening on March the 10th, and that's when everything's going to be official. That's when we'll find out the launch date, which presumably is June the 27th. That's when we'll find out the pricing, which is presumably $499. And I guess we'll just hold our breath and wait until then and see what happens. But I don't know, just food for thought, some discussion I wanted to have here because, yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on the whole thing. If you're going to pick one up, if you're on the fence, if you're waiting to see what happens, I'd love to know what you think about it. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, if you like all the Pixel videos and the conversation, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.